Hi guys, welcome. So today we will learn what is association rule. You must have seen these days it's quite popular, which we hear a lot these days when somebody recommends you something and you start seeing similar items. Maybe in Amazon, for example, if you have purchased one, say, shoe, then immediately you start seeing some similar items in your Amazon app, or also when you run in Netflix, when you watch any show you start seeing similar type of shows. It says the Netflix recommends you or Amazon recommends you. So how they do it, it's entirely based on a mathematical principle, I'll say. So you would have studied probability, but you never know how to use that in real life. Some of you might be knowing it, but yeah. So we'll use a simple example to understand how they use this recommendation system to predict what is the likelihood of your purchase, or what is the likelihood of your shows which you could probably watch, as we say. So for example, right now we are taking an example of transactions which are happening at the retail store. So what we have done, that we have taken a transaction ID at the point of sale. For example, if you are going to any supermart and say you are going to big bazaar or anywhere, and you are purchasing some product, then at that time when you are like going for billing, from that there we have collected the data, and we have classified the data into different product. For example, we have take first take in the first in the below diagram you can see there is a table. I have just created it randomly for example purpose. So we have taken transaction ID, and we have classified the data where if any sale has happened at particular transaction ID, then we have given it 1, otherwise we have given it 0. For example, transaction ID 1, where someone has purchased apple and also orange and also banana, and similarly so on. So what we our target is, our business case is to find what is the probability, what is the likelihood, what are the chances, so that if somebody is purchasing apple, will also purchase banana. That we have to find out. That's our problem statement. So there are 3 phases to it. Like first, we have to find a support between the two product. For example, first we will understand that how the two products will support. If the number of times you have purchased say apple, then what will be the number of time you will purchase banana too. So that will give us support. So that will be find out based on a simple a probability formula. For example, if I say support, and say let's say support is equal to probability of, and before that just consider uh, the sale of I'm just saying that assume that x is equal to apple, and y is equal to banana. So let's find support means, for example, say support is equal to p probability of x and y. Most of you would have studied set theory, so just recall that concept. For example, what is the probability of x and y purchased together, which means that apple and banana purchased together. So let's go back to my this. So we can see that the apple and banana, the total number of count is 7, as we can see, and apple and banana are occurring at in two instances where both has been purchased together. One is this one. I'll just highlight this one, and here. So px and y, we are just calculating this probability. Just don't go into details much. Just understand that you are calculating probability pxy. So I'll mention 2 by 7 is equal to, say for example, 0.28. If you divide, you will get nearby that figure. And the second thing, we have to find the confidence. So confidence means that a probability, conditional probability of purchasing a product, given the product, for example, purchasing a product Y, which is banana, given the product X is purchased, which means that we are applying a condition here that, for example, what is the probability when banana is purchased given the apple is also purchased. Like right now we can see it here in this example. So first is we are finding a support in which we have calculated when both are purchased together. So that probability is 2 by 7. But another thing which we have to find out is the confidence, which means that what is the chances when say product banana has purchased when apple has purchased 2. Maybe you are finding it difficult. I'll explain it in different class, but just assume that we are first finding support, which we have calculated. Now we have to find the confidence. We are finding confidence is equal to probability of, say, x and y. This is a formula of conditional probability px. So what is the, just understand it, it's just we are finding that probability of purchasing banana given the apple has also been purchased. So here just focus on this part. It's equal to 2 by 3. This we have calculated pxy equal to 0.667. Now what we have to do, we have to find, if you have any question you can come back to this. You can see that you must be asking why we have used denominator as 3. You can see that apple has been purchased 3 times only. So 1 is when any item has been purchased, and 0 when that item has not been purchased for that particular transaction ID. Yeah. Now third pillar for this finding association rule, or maybe recommendation system, can be said as a lift. So what is this lift? It's a measure. Just understand that you have to predict, say, what will be the temperature. Then you use that what will be the humidity, what will be the wind speed, and what will be say precipitations, or any such measures you use to predict something. So these are just measures which we are calculating. First we have found out the support. Second thing, we have found out the confidence with the help of probability. And third, because the overall outcome will be a probability only. So these are the different type of probabilities formula which will help us to find a generalized picture in our mind. So we have found support. We begin with support. First thing, okay, what is the support probability percentage, that probability of x and y together? So it's 2 by 7. Then confidence, what is the probability when y has purchased, when x has also purchased? Just saying it in a simple language, layman language, but yeah, that's the confidence. And third will be the lift. So lift, why we use that? Sometimes if you're using confidence, there will be some disadvantage. For example, probability of apple could be very small. It will make you biased decision, or you may not be able to understand. For example, you are selling it in very small quantity. For example, you are selling kesar, so that's not a frequent thing. But if you want to use only confidence, you may come up with a situation where the other product is in selling in very less quantity, but both are dependent. For example, if you have to find probability of banana and kesar might be one of the 1000 transaction, and the probability will be very less. But there we can set up some recommendation system, because whenever banana has been purchased, Kesar has been also purchased, but the frequency could be less. So to overcome this, we need lift. That is also a measure. To apply lift, we will write probability of this xy